Hello, friends and folks. This is a journey to the land of Tamir. Today we're going to play King's Quest IV. I used to play these games all the time as a kid, and I got my kids into them a couple months ago just to show them the evil brutality of having to save your game all the time to avoid not dying, right? So it made me a little bit nostalgic for the games, but also pretty frustrated. So anyway, I wanted to share some of this with you all. And so let's go on an adventure together. So this is King's Quest IV. This is the very, very elaborate copy protection that they have in the game. So you would be sent a manual, and you would have to turn to, a particular page to a particular word with a particular paragraph, right? So it would usually be a different word every time. Anyway, I don't have that manual. It's probably my mom's basement at this point. So I just looked up KQ4 copy protection, and here we are. So the word today is shortly. We're going to pretend, yes, this is the first time playing King's Quest IV. You get this music in all of its glory, and you get full 16 colors, right? So this engine was full 16 colors, the SCI engine, and we're going to skip this part. King's Quest IV was the first in the series to use a sound card, actually. So less beepy noises. I thought this was like so elaborate. It was made in 88? 89? I think 88. I know I didn't play it in 88, but okay. So here's the cutscene. With the return of his long-lost son, Alexander, and the rescue of his daughter, Rosella, from that terrible dragon, old King Graham decides it's time to pass on his adventurer's hat to younger blood. So the man, he flings the battered hat towards his children and wife, just pelting them with his hat, while his wife, Queen Valenice, proudly looks on. Look, incoming! The children are backing away. Please, no, father. Don't throw your sharp hat at me. The daggery sharp hat arches through the air. King Graham experiences a terrible squeezing pain in his chest. He regrets pelting things at his children. The adventurer's hat lies unclaimed upon the floor, forgotten. Again, I thought the level of detail in this pixel art was like, out of this world. Look at the flickering candles. Look at the different expressions. They all look a little goof troop, don't they? King Graham lies weakly in bed, Father Death hovering near. Grief suddenly overwhelming her, Rosella runs from the room. Oh, father, she sobs. You're still young. You should have many years ahead of you. Oh, I wish I could help you, father. Do you really mean that? A soft voice asks. Rosella looks up but sees no one. Who's speaking to me? She's really looking. I am, the voice says. Look in the magic mirror. There is no one else in the throne room right now, so I wonder if this is a common occurrence. They just talk to people through the mirror. Rosella sees an image in the mirror. Who are you? She queries. I'm going to warn you, there's not a lot. You're going to see that 1988 version of diversity. There is not a single person of color in this entire fucking game, okay? I am the fairy Genesta. In my land of Tamir, there is a remarkable tree. Okay, also, I've only read these words to myself. If you all are saying them some way different, I apologize. Anyway, but this is no ordinary fruit, for if a person were to eat it, they would find that good health and well-being would be theirs for many years. Rosella is much heartened by this news. Where's the land of Tamir? A lot of blondes here. This is, yeah. One with butterfly wings, one without. Genesta smiles. Tamir is very far away, but with my magic, I can bring you here. The animated portraits, look at that. Rosella senses that there is more to the story, but I suppose there are some problems? She knows this is not a free lunch. This is not free fruit. Again, Genesta smiles, condescendingly so. Yes, you are correct, Rosella. If you are willing to come to Tamir, I will explain the situation. However, once I bring you here, I can't send you back. You will have to help me first. This is like a mob deal. Confused, Rosella says, I don't know. What if I can't help you or find the tree? Genesta pleads, you must decide now, Rosella. She didn't answer the question. My powers are weakening by the minute. Static, static, crackle, crackle. Now the fairy is but a faint glimmer, and her voice barely audible. If you care for your father, say yes now. Yes! That was pretty manipulative, to be like, look, there's a problem here. I'm not going to tell you till you get here. And if I bring you here, I'm not going to send you back. Unless you help me. I never said this wasn't problematic. The lovely fairy speaks. I am the fairy Genesta. Welcome to Tamir. She's got her crew. Look, she's got her little mafia mob next to her. Rosella looks awestruck at the fairy. She is stunningly beautiful. She does. Look at that little flower crown. But still, there is something. Sorry, I need to pay attention. Finally, Rosella speaks. I know you would like me to help you in some way, but I don't know how I could help a fairy. Oh, Rosella, you got money. You fine. You can help with that. Genesta looks sadder than ever. You're wrong, Rosella. You see, I'm losing my magical powers. Yesterday, I was strolling through the woods. Lalat, the evil fairy, did something because I'm too slow of a reader. She yanked it from my neck. Oh, the magic pendant, right? Immediately, I felt my powers diminishing and my body weakening. I will die in 24 hours if my talisman is not returned. Hi. Fun fact. There's a timer in this game running right now. If you make it to 24 hours, there is a cutscene where Genesta dies. That's also a spoiler, more than a fun fact. Apologies. Intently, Genesta looks at Rosella. Lalat is very evil and will use the talisman to bring more evil to Tamir. Now I fear it will contaminate my whole country. Further, I cannot send you home without my talisman. This seems a lot like a turf war, if I'm being honest. What if Genesta is like the bad one, right? Rosella is unsure as to what she can do. Meekly, she asks, I want to help you, but how? You can do more than you think, Rosella, Genesta assures her. I believe you'll be able to penetrate Lalat's domain. Genesta has really, blonde eyebrows, and Rosella does not. Suddenly, Rosella remembers the tiny tree. Can you tell me where to find the magic fruit? Remorsefully, Genesta looks at Rosella. It will not be easy to reach the tree. It grows on a tiny island within a vast swamp on the other side of the great mountains. Bravely fighting back tears, Rosella says, I will help you in any way I can, Genesta. How can I find Lalat? The beautiful fairy points eastward. Lalat's castle overlooks Tamir from the great mountains. All those cute little fairies. Genesta looks weaker as she says, there is not much more I can do, Rosella. As it is, it will be difficult for me to fly home again. Okay, so Genesta has an island over straight west of here. One thing I must do for you, though, I shall disguise you as a peasant girl so as not to attract attention. So this is where you get a little wardrobe change. Because if you come out wearing that dress, people are going to know you're princess material. Thank you, Genesta. I think, Rosella stammers, I think she's starting to feel like this. She's getting the raw side of the deal, you know? It will be better for you, the fairy says. Well, I must be awful. I can still fly. I know you can do it. Goodbye. Good luck. See ya. You're going to need it. I mean, this music, I loved it. I loved it as a kid. This is also the first game in the series where you could play as a girl. Well, you're on your own, Rosella. Full stop, I am referring to a map outside of this because I don't feel like wandering around and getting stuck. So we're going to do that. Yep, I'm on my own. This is true. Okay, so here we go. You see that big old fat cursor? We love to see it. This is this SEI version, so I can use my mouse to control. There's a earlier version that I don't think it had the mouse interface, and I think it had the same King's Quest 1 through 3 dialogue just right in line here. You'd be able to type in as your character was still walking. But here you have a dialogue box where you can type in and it pauses the game in the background, which will come in handy later in the game when you're facing some unexpected friends, we'll say. So I'm controlling this. I can't WASD, obviously, because of the keyboard input, but I can use arrow keys. Yeah, and again, the reason I'm using a map is not necessarily so much that the layout is really confusing, but there are certain features on each map tile. So sometimes that's like a villain that can randomly spawn and, kill you pretty easily. Also, this is a game where you definitely want to save a lot. So even like, hey, intro, I'm going to save that. There's no autosave. There's speed too, so I could like speed it up. You can see that little seagull going a little bit faster. Rosella walks a little bit faster. Here we go. Or you can slow down, especially if you need to like navigate a tight set of pixels. So we've got sound. You can turn it off. You can turn up the volume. Speed, action, pause. Okay, we've got inventory, control I. Dope. Okay. You are carrying nothing. And then let's see what about KQ4 says. Let's see what this says. Oh, look. Version 1.006.04, August 7th, 1989. My word. Let's see. Designed and directed by Roberta Williams. Music by William Goldstein. He was like, I read a factoid about him and I don't remember it now, so that's useful. System design. So many boys, right? Cavalry Coding by Al Lowe. Al Lowe worked on like Leisure Suit Larry as well. Talk about problematic. David Slayback Bomb. Okay, I don't know. Okay, we're not going to do all this stuff. Let's just play this game. I'm sorry, this is the boring part. So I'm going to walk over here, and I'm going to look around. I don't remember if I have to type look around or just look. A cold river carves its way through this lush, flowery meadow. What if I like look at the flowers? Sometimes they'll give you little prompts that you can key into when you just look. Colorful wildflowers grow among the small rocks and bushes of the meadowland. What if I like pick the flowers? What if I can type correctly? My nails are quite long, so that also leads to a particular type of typo. It will waste your precious time to stop and pick flowers. Okay, Sierra, don't be so judgy. If I'm in the, like, you can see that she automatically wades in the water, and likewise she can automatically swim. If I were to type swim, okay, well, in this case, the river is too shallow for swimming. Cool. I think I can drink the water too. It tastes good. Can I drink it if I'm outside? This is now me QAing. Okay, you're not close enough. Cool. What if I look at the trees? You see very few trees, that's fair. You really don't need to use prepositions or anything like that. So you can kind of just, especially, okay, interestingly, with speed runs, keystrokes is a big deal. So, using get versus take, for example, saves you a keystroke. Yes, there are speed runs of adventure games. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I'm actually going to go north here. So this is one area where the unicorns can spawn, but you, new player, you don't know that. This is a cute, I always love the charm to this area, especially just like this art style in general, with King's Quest series. Let's not talk about 8. A gentle stream meanders its way through the trees. A rustic stone bridge crosses its path. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Look at the bridge, dude. A rustic stone bridge adds a bit of charm to this part of the woods. Well, how about, you see that little gold dude? What if I look under the bridge? Nah. I love that animation, that like crouching animation, her hair tumbling to the side. You kneel down and peer under the bridge. Aha! You found a small golden ball. You pick it up and carry it with you. So I can check that out in my inventory. I'm carrying gold ball. What if I look at the gold ball? Oh, well, gives you a little picture Lulu. It is what it is, isn't it? That's cool. Pretty limited. Okay. So there is a bit of fairy tale charm to this situation. I'm going to go north one screen because there's an item that we need. Okay, so I love this little like ribbit. Look at this little ribbit plate. So if I go in here, do you see in the middle of the screen a little froggy boy like bouncing up and down? Yeah, well that's that. Oops, you scared the frog away. You can see my little precious foot dripped in there. And the frog's gone. The frog is gone. So let's go north one because I think that's safe. Oh, and Pan spawns. Let's look at Pan. Hello, Pan. Look at man. You see a lively creature who is at the same time both man and goat. He's a satyr and his name is Pan. He seems to be greatly enjoying his flute music. Talk to Pan. Oops. You attempt to speak to Pan, but he pays you no mind. He's too wrapped up in his flute music. So we'll do something with that later. Listen to music. Let's see what Rosella thinks. You listen intently. Ooh, cool. I love that she's intently listening. So we're gonna go back down. Froggy's back. It just takes a little, you know, I remember there's a manual that called this like the old edge of the screen trick. So there's a bit of fairy tale interwoven into these stories. And this is Princess and the Frog. So we're going to do let's look at the frog. Look at pond. This is a very pretty little pond. Floating upon it are many beautiful water lilies. You spy a large frog sitting on top of a big lily pad, and yes, it's wearing a little gold crown. Talk to frog. Ribbit, ribbit. Okay, that is what a frog, what a frog says. Well, what else did you expect from a frog? You could play this game probably in the matter of, I don't know, 1.5 hours, just casually. I could speed run it and make it even faster. We're not going to be doing that. We're going to be looking at flavor text. We're going to be like seeing all that there is to see. And this is how I used to play it as a kid too, because I always figured like, well, developers made this, like they made this experience. Somebody wrote that, right? And it's meant to be read, you know? So it comes in like that mentality really bites me in the ass though when I'm playing games like Skyrim and I have to talk to every NPC at least once, even if I'm just, look, it took me forever to get out of Whiterun. So anyway, we're gonna drop the ball into the pond. You accidentally drop the golden ball into the pond. From atop a lily pad, a large green frog leaps into the water and disappears from view. A moment later, the frog emerges with, yes, you lost your lost ball in its mouth. It seems as if the frog is kindly returning your gold ball to you. And then he dives in, he comes on over, we're going to give you the ball. But we know what we have to do, right? Now, if I pick up the ball, I believe he swims away. But if I pick up the frog, you know what's going to happen, right? Squinching up your nose in disgust. By the way, I was totally a frog toad kid. Like, these are not disgusting creatures to me, so I don't know. You catch the large frog and hold it in your hand. It stares at you with its big, bulgy eyes and wobbles its throat. Kiss. Frog. We know it. You look at the frog's green lips. Good. You feel silly doing this as you slowly put your mouth against the frog's. Mwah. Suddenly, the little green frog changes into a handsome prince, another blonde member of the Aryan race. Who are you? The prince demands. I thought you were supposed to be a princess. Why, you're nothing more than a peasant girl. You blanch a bit at that remark, but say nothing. Well, ta-ta, he says. I'm off. Here, you may keep this. To your surprise, he tosses the little golden crown to you as he takes his leave. Good riddance, you think. Okay, top left, you see a score there, right? We love to see it. Now, have I gotten top score before? Of course, you know. I'd probably need a walkthrough to make sure I could play this to 100%. You know, the perfectionist in me wants to get that 230 by the end of this playthrough, but I also know the perfectionist in me is somebody that needs to sit down sometimes and just not participate, right? So we're going to see how we do, and whatever. We're just going to arrive with grace and compassion. If we get 220 or infuriatingly 229 out of 230, okay, listen, you got a little pool here, right? little Olympic-sized swimming pool. This always felt really random to me that there was like these Roman columns. And I'm going to hide for a second. I don't know if we're going to spawn this event. These Roman columns, in addition to this just randomly paved pool. Like, who chlorinates this pool? You know what I mean? It looks way too, I don't know, like precious to exist in this otherwise wooded area where things appear to be like fitting the scene. Okay, look, this event is not happening. I'm going to go north once. I'm going to go south once. There's a reason I'm waiting for this. Well, let's just go back. Maybe he doesn't appear yet? Sorry, there's an event that we're looking for with a little someone named Cupid, who, again, decides to fly to this pool in particular. Maybe he's not out yet. I don't remember if, like, we have to collect something to spawn his appearance. Well, I mean, whatever. We'll be back. Bye. No, look, see? See? Look. This little Cupid coming in. Just when I was about to give up, he's like, I think I'll go for a swim. So what I need to do is get him when he's a little bit further away. Let's see if he gets it. Oh, you've startled Cupid. Okay, if you come in on this side of the pool, he will go away from you, and he won't have time to grab his arrows. So if I were to do it from the left side of the screen, I should have looked at Cupid. Oh, well, sorry. If I had done it from the left side of the screen, he would have gotten out of the pool on the opposite side. He would have grabbed the bow, and we would have had to do this again. I think I had trouble spawning him the second time. I wonder if you lose... See, I just tried to WASD. I wonder if you lose the opportunity if you miss him. I don't think so, though. Anyway, if I go north here, this is another place where the unicorn can spawn. And then, again, this is a grid map, so it's 5 screens vertically, 5 screens, I think, horizontally-ish, depending on where you are. So, you see we're back at Bridgeland, right? Hello. Look at that weeping willow. Yeah, look at the willow. Well, I do. Okay. Cool. So I always loved how this looked like, it just belonged in the environment it was in, right? It's just built right into this tree with the little water wheel. Man, you have come upon a cute little house built right into a huge tree. An old water wheel, okay, I basically just synopsized this. Attached to the house goes unused beside the little river that flows gently before the house. Look at these like flowers all over. It just looks so well cared for, but also, I don't know. Look at tree. A forest of pine trees? No, not the tree. Look at that tree. Forest of pine trees encircles you. Look at the chimney. Is somebody home? Oh, okay. Look at house. The roots of this great tree envelop a little snug house. Smoke lazily curls from its chimney. You do understand chimney. You understand me? Did I not type it right? And an old rustic water wheel rests beside the river. Look at water wheel. The water wheel appears run down and is currently not in use. This is true. It looks like it's not. So I'm going to go in. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the game, so I almost hate to do it first. Do you know what I mean? Do you have certain things like that in your games where you kind of want to save it? Open door. You might look around. Let's see. Look. This is the main room of the Seven Dwarves Cozy Treehouse. So it already gives you a clue on what you might be role-playing here, right? What a mess it is. The dishes are dirty. Look at pot. You see a poop pot. Oh my God. Excuse me. You see a pot of soup bubbling over a cheery fire. This clock has seen better days. The cuckoo has flown away. Let's look at the fire. A cheery fire heats a bubbling pot of soup in the fireplace. We love to see it. We love to see it. We love to see an unattended fire, don't we? Look. You've entered the small upstairs bedroom of the Seven Dwarfs. Like, they're really letting you know. Now, dwarfs there, I usually spelled the plural of that D-W-A-R-V-E-S. I guess it's acceptable both ways. I'll write an angry letter. My goodness, these dwarfs are sloppy. What's that little, like, pitcher? What's that little bowl? Was that a chamber pot? Nope, I don't think so. Oh, yeah, in King's Quest 3, you have to empty a chamber pot. We're gonna clean. You get this cute little ditty. This is us just, like, cleaning. Now, listen to me right now when I tell you, I hate the gendered role that we're playing here. That part of me competes very directly with my appreciation for a fairy tale. So I'm choosing charm right now and letting the rest go. Because honestly, look how cute it is. Look at her little braids. Oh man, dude. Plus she's role playing. It's not even like about that. She's sweeping. They need a Roomba. Oh, look at the resolution on those plates or bowls. It looks like one big like stick. You watch quietly as the dwarfs file in one by one, get a bowl of soup, and take a seat at the table. Okay, on the original version of this, I meant to say this earlier, but here we are now, if you're still here. The original version did not have speed control. So, you would just be like beholden to watching this, and I think the actual speed was somewhere more around, it was molasses. Let me see, it was more like, here, I'm adjusting it. Like this. And you all know how many dwarves there are, right? So this one I always appreciate that you could at least speed it up for cutscenes where it took a little bit longer. I also loved the cursor turned into this crown. You know, whenever your cutscenes, and I'd take turns and I'd put the crown. So everybody got a chance to be royalty, you know? Doot. You too. Doot. Even Rosella, she gets her crown back, even in her little peasant dress that looks like a very big crown. Doot. Okay, this guy's the fucking head honcho. Listen to this, look. This dwarf must be really hungry, He's getting 2 bowls of soup. But you know what he's doing. You know what he's gonna do. Is he gonna eat both of those? No. The 7 dwarfs seem very pleased that you tidied their messy home. They didn't speak at all, but here we go. One politely asks you your name. You tell him, and he cordially invites you to sit down with them and eat the bowl of soup he got for you. See? Breaking bread with her, right? That seems like a good deal. You seat yourself at the table and begin to eat the surprisingly delicious soup in the surprisingly not burned down house. So we're gonna look. Okay, nothing new there. We're gonna look at let's see, dwarves. Swahs. You see 7 small men, that's much better, seated around their dining table, noisily slurping bowls of soup. I should just look. Talk to the men. Talk to the men. You politely talk to the dwarf nearest you. Where are you from, Rosella? He asks. You tell him, Daventry. The dwarf thinks for a moment. Never heard of it. Let's do it again. Talk. Again, you engage in conversation. Is Daventry far from Tamir? The dwarfs wonder. Very far, you tell them. How'd you get here? They ask. As you don't want to get into specifics, it's a long story, you tell them by sea. That answer seems to satisfy them as they return to their eating. You can't tell them about the abusive fairy. No. You just have to keep silent here. See, but if she spoke up, maybe they'd be like, oh yeah, that's really weird. Maybe we can help you get out of here, right? But she cleaned these people's house for some soup. Now, you remember in the beginning. Let's talk again. You speak to the nearest dwarf again. Okay. Sorry, I missed this one. He wonders why you were here in Tamir. You explain that you were in the service of Genesta, the good fairy. Okay, that's fair. Who wishes to regain her magic talisman from the clutches of Lalat, the bad fairy. Well, young lady, the dwarf states, I don't envy you. You're much braver than I am dealing with that evil fairy. Let's talk one more time. Oops. Tapo. You attempt conversation another time, but the dwarves tell you they must hurry and finish their soup, as they need to get back to work before dark. Okay, so, yeah. They're going to finish this. You might recall that in the beginning of the game, we were tasked with getting a fruit on this island, right? And number 2, getting back the magic talisman. Why we're cleaning houses? Don't know. Goodbye. Thanks for the soup, you call, as they take their leave. They're getting back to work. At least they thanked you in the beginning of the meal. But I'm from the Midwest, so we usually do like a double thank you. You know what I mean? Like you thank somebody in the beginning and then you thank somebody at the end, right? So he's marching right out of there. Okay, check it out. I know what you were thinking. Whoa, awesome. I get to do more dishes. You finished your soup also. It was the best soup you've ever tasted. Maybe, though, you were just really hungry. Yeah, okay, so there's more dishes to be done. You thought you were getting into a game called King's Quest. You're thinking we were going on a quest for royalty, right? But we are on Dish Quest. So, cool. Look at the dishes. The dishes are still dirty, my friend. Clean. Let's just freaking do it. Golly. I'm sorry, this cursor is obnoxiously in the middle, isn't it? I mean, this is officially above and beyond, you know. She puts the blob of bowls over there. Phew, I hope that's the last of it. We notice something on the table. Look at table. You see a long wooden table. You also notice a blue pouch. Look at pouch. Diamond pouch. Look at diamonds. Hell yeah. Cool. Look at that. In the earlier version, they didn't have those pictures, and you get a little description. But here we are. Let's look at that crow. See, so like even freezing the animation here allows me to catch, you know. No, it doesn't. Let's talk to you. Caw-caw. Yeah. Pretty great game. Pretty cool, huh? Isn't this cool? I'm enjoying this adventure into Tamir. Okay, so what do we have in our inventory? Let's get a refresher. We've got a diamond pouch. Whoa. We are the richest peasant I know. Gold ball, small crown, and Cupid's bow. Let's look at that crown. I don't think we looked at that yet. Small crown. Oh, it looks cute. Is there anything else we didn't look at? Oh, the bow. Isn't that cute? Okay, so it doesn't tell you this, but you only get 2 arrows in Cupid's bow. That's one thing that I think is missing, especially from an accessibility perspective. You're not getting the description of what that is. So you kind of have to surmise, like, oh, there's only 2 arrows, and who knows if that's actually accurate, intentionally accurate in the illustration. So, whatever. So here we are. This looks ominous. It looks kind of, I always was kind of scared of this area. But there's no enemies that spawn here. Also, fun fact, you can fall in King's Quest games. Sometimes you die. Sometimes you don't. And it's very unpredictable to know when you can and when you can't. Also, I learned, I think, end is diagonal. Yeah, you can walk diagonally, excuse me. So I'm using the arrow keys. Let me just demonstrate this over here. You can also use, what is this? Home, page down, page up, and end to make a diagonal situation, but you can see on certain pixel areas that's not like, sorry, that was terrible. It's not exactly helpful. I don't know. Is it just me? I'm sure there's an easier way to do that with page up, but I'm just gonna do this. Let's save, because that's who I am as a person in these games. We are in the mine with the men whose house we cleaned. Whose house we... Cool. So we're gonna look. Diamonds glitter and sparkle from the earthen walls of the 7 Dwarfs diamond mine. Within it, you see the little men busily at work. Look at men. You see the 7 dwarfs toiling away with their picks and shovels, extracting the plentiful diamonds from their underground mine. What a cool, prolific mine. Is that a board we can get? No? Is that a board? No. Okay, no. Right here I could walk down the south thing, but I'm just gonna fall. Meow. Eat-oo. So I get my little stars. I am not missing any points because of that. That guy looks like he's gonna eat those, doesn't he? Well, after... It really... The animation behind him makes it look like he's snacking on those. These folks are taking a coffee break. Okay. Look at men. One dwarf appears to be idling by the diamond bucket. He's actually security, frankly. Look at man. No, let's just talk to him. Whatever. Look at diamonds. I want to do that. Sparkling diamonds gleam from the walls and litter the mine floor. Man. Oh, talk to man? No, talk to dwarf? Really? Okay. Well, cool. I know what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna look at this inventory. That's right. We're gonna give the pouch to, for some reason I thought he'd like at least say hi, right? Being an honest person, look at me. You offer the forgotten pouch of diamonds to the dwarf. His gruff exterior softens a bit. Nah, you can keep it, he says. We got plenty here. We also got an extra lantern we ain't using. Here, go ahead and take it. The dwarf's gruffness returns and he says, nah, skedaddle on out of here. There we go. Thank you. Can I talk to you now? Nope. Okay, bye. Thanks for the lantern. So we've got the lantern. Cool. Love to see it. I think we're going to end shortly. I would like to break this up into smaller chunks. But first, we're going to, what's a good thing we could start with? You know what? You know what? You don't know what. I'm going to tell you what. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go westward. We go. I don't know that this is like optimal pathing, but, well, no. Let's go to Lalat. I'm sorry. This will make more sense for the plot. So, yeah, please hold. Sort of. The puzzles are a little bit disjoint here. Let's save again after this. I think we're going to keep going east here. Yeah, this is just east of the mines. Here we go. That right there, by the way, always looked like a snake to me, like under a rock. This black here. I always look like a little like rattlesnake or something. Okay, you can die here, so we're gonna save. Lalat Mountain. You can die here. For sure. Okay. See, this seems like it's not steep enough to be a page up situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? See? Like, I just don't know, man. This is... and also, they're so far apart on the keyboard. Oh, Lalat's goons. Listen to that menacing music. So this is definitely... Also, I can't move. Oh, yes, I can. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, well, anyway, you can exit this if you don't want to deal with it. But, of course, this is giving off, like, you know, Wizard of Oz vibes. You've got the Flying Monkeys-ish. But I don't know that there's much parallel between the Wicked Witch of the West here and Lalat. Okay, she is green. Well, my pets, Lalat hisses, what have you drug home today? Lalat gives you the once-over, and as she does, her red eyes begin to narrow. Are you a foolish girl who wandered here by mistake, or are you a spy sent here by my enemy, Janesta? So there's definitely wars. You swear to Lalat that you are nothing but a poor peasant girl who has lost her way, but she doesn't seem to believe you as her mouth begins to snarl and her eyes narrow to mere slits. For the first time, you experience real fear and begin to tremble. This is not good. Lalat snarls, you don't look stupid enough to have wandered here. I believe you're a spy. Take her to the cell. Then they walk me. I just realized I can press enter through those dialogues and not skip the whole cutscene, so we will start doing that. You have found yourself in a horrible cell, not one of those good ones, you know? It looks as if others have found their way here too. Hopefully you won't end up like them. Look at them. What? Did you... Look at them. Look at them. Why is them coming up? Is it the last item I get? We're going to experiment with that later. Okay, look at ball and chain. Oh, not that one, though. How about look at ball and chain? The chains are securely attached to the wall. Can I get a bone? You'll have to take a different approach. Get skeleton. You can't get that. Look at that awful whip. Oh, whip hangs on the wall. Can we get it? Get whip. The whip is securely attached to the wall. Besides, you wouldn't want it. Not a nice girl like you. I don't know. You hear the henchman returning. Perhaps they're setting you free. The henchman motions you to follow him out of the cell. Do. Here we go. Here we go. Look at that raven. Lolotte gives you a sickly sweet look. You're lucky, my dear, she coos. My precious son Edgar has taken a liking to you, and he believes you. He's convinced me to give you a chance to prove your innocence. You glance at the homely young man standing next to Lolotte. He blushes. Edgar comes back, by the way, in King's Quest VII. Lolotte continues, I wish to own the unicorn that inhabits the Meadowland. Bring me the unicorn, and I shall not only set you free, but reward you as well. So now I'm on, like, evil fairy quest. Potential. I mean, we only think, we're going back to the forest. We only think she's evil because Janesta talked to us first, right? And she's green. So, I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of discriminatory. You know what I'm saying? Phew, look at us. We survived. So we're going to go west. Ooh. I think I get this. Hang on. Let me just go, like, get rid of this bird. Bye. Look at that little robin. You see a bird flying away? Talk to the bird. I don't know why I talk to everybody. Not now. Not now. Look at worm. You see a fat worm wriggling on the ground. I'm going to get that bad boy. Yoink. Was that like 5 points? No, I actually don't remember what our score was after coming back from Lolotte. So we're going to go, couldn't have been 5 points. We're going to go, oops. We're going to go west. Oh, we're going to go west again. We're back at the mines. I'm going to show you the unicorn. And then we're going to pause for the evening. I mean, I might show you the unicorn. Let's see. Where else can she spawn? Over here, I believe. I think she's on. I remember, like, I just love the detail of these trees, you know. Another beautiful pond. Where is she? Maybe she can go one more north. I can't remember if she can spawn up there. Oh, not this one. Excuse me. There we are. Look at her. A green meadowland filled with beautiful wildflowers surrounds you. No, look at the unicorn. Are you kidding me? You see a beautiful wild unicorn in the meadow. Its coat is dapple gray, and its wonderful horn shines like gold. The unicorn shies at your approach and trots away. Okay, talk to unicorn. Bye. You call to the wild unicorn, hey, you! But it trots away at your arrival. Okay, well, so we're going to solve this. The next time we're here, we're going to save the game right here. One time I am going to go back to F5, but I keep forgetting right now. We're going to catch a unicorn, sort of. We're going to catch a unicorn. Well, thank you. We will see you next time. And yeah, stay safe out there. Be kind.